Okay, on my isometric room, I want to add an isometric desk. But instead of drawing the different faces and transforming, I'm just going to compose it with these planks that were used to compose the room. So I'm going to add a new component called a desk. And then I'm going to start building it with these planks. The default size of the plank is the size of the room, and that's way too big. So let's take that, and I'm not going to transform because it's already isometric. I am going to start with making a leg, and a leg might be 2 inches tall, but the Y is going to be super thin, 0.128. Oops, 0.125 and 0.125. Okay, that makes a leg of my desk. I'm going to copy that because I want a couple of those. And then on the back side, I'm going to copy it again, but I don't want just a leg on the back side. Or actually, let's put a leg on the front side, but on the back side, let's make the X the full width of our desk. And I want that to be at the back, so I'm going to drag it so it's the last thing that's drawn. Okay, so that's going to be our desk. The 2 front posts or legs, but the back one is a full backdrop. Now I want the desk top, and I copied that back panel, but I'm going to take that and change that so that the Z is the 1/8 size, and the Y is actually much deeper. Okay, and if I place those, so that looks like it's on top, and that looks like a supporting leg, and this also looks like a supporting leg, then it gives me the appearance that this is a 3-dimensional shape. Okay, so now I'm ready to add something on the top of my desk, which could be another shelf, or it could be a keyboard and monitor, but let's put another shelf because, again, it's just building planks. So I want the thickness to be 0.25. I'm sorry, 125, because that's 1/8 of an inch. And I want the Y to be match. Well, I want it to be shorter than the depth of the desk, but I do want the Z to be a little bit taller. Let's try 1.5. Okay, that looks reasonable. Maybe it's a little shorter because I want to have room to work on my desk. So let's actually change the Y to be a little bit shorter, 0.75. And then it could still be tall, so we can put lots of big books underneath it. Okay, so before I copy this to make another plank, I want to add some of my books, which is super huge, but it's okay if I transform this so it is the size that would fit onto this desk. And I componentize or parameterize this book, so when I make extra copies of it, I can make some of them a little taller and change the color, change the title, and place that right next to it. And then now let's see if we can add another plank. And I do want it to be in front of all those other books before I place it at the other end of the desk. And then now I just need this top plank of this shelf. So I'm going to copy my desktop, but then I need to move it to the top. I can do it in the outline view, or I can right click and say bring to front. That should do the same thing. I can't see my books right now, so I do want to make sure that I change my Y to be a much shorter value. Oh, 0.75 was what we did before. Okay, now I have a piece of furniture that has multiple planks building it up. and I was able to use my books from a previous assignment.